Greetings, mortals. It is I, Shadow Blackheart, also known as the Dark King. If you're wondering why I'm not shouting my intro like I usually do, that's because it is, for me, it is 3:26 in the morning.
It is an ASMR edition.
Yeah, I guess you could call it that.
Yeah, no, like, hold up. How did you do your intro again?
Like, basically what I said earlier just now, saying, Greetings, mortals, and I just yelled that out.
Alright, let me go ahead and give it that try real quick. Greetings, mortals. It is I, the Shadow Blackheart, the Dark King.
Okay. That was actually pretty good. That was pretty good.
Use that as your new intro from now on. You just give my sexy voice.
Oh, I'll be sure to do that.
Alright, go ahead. Sorry.
Alright, no, you good. Alright, so first question off. This is easy. What do you do in your free time?
We didn't even introduce who I am. This is my first time on here.
Oh, duh.
Yeah, that's my fault though. I did interrupt you, so I do apologize for that.
Nah, you good. Guys, this is my friend Sean, also known as Sneaky Shadow.
I go by many aliases. There's Sean, Sneaky Shadow, Ordon, Big Dick Daddy.
For some reason, I don't believe that last one.
Yeah, you're right. It's a 2-inch. That's also a lie. That's not even close to the truth.
Okay.
But yeah, no.
Okay, so without further ado, let's actually get into the questions.
Yes, of course.
Alright, so first question off, like I said, pretty easy. What do you do in your free time?
What I do in my free time, I actually don't have that much free time as I used to because of my job now. But when I do, I actually voice act. And I also work on a comic series, 2 comic series. One that I'm currently doing with Logan, aka It's Vortex.
Right.
We have our own little comic studio called Crex Comics. And we've been working on it for quite a while now. We're actually working on the newest issues for the for our 2 comics, which is Vortex and the Intrepid Spider-Man, which is something that I made.
Okay.
But other than that, I just mostly try to voice act as much as I possibly can.
Right. To be honest, I still haven't done the whole audition thing. Yeah, I still need to do that.
we need to get you on. We need to get you on that as soon as possible, buddy.
Yeah.
For context, I just auditioned for Mysteries of Kruger Mansion, which is made by Blue Productions, the same people that made the Total Drama Reunion web series. And this is honestly a project that I'm hoping to get into because it looks like so much fun. I've actually spoken with Adam before with Total Drama Reunion. He is such a nice guy. So I'm hoping that I can get to work with him, honestly.
Well, I didn't know he actually did the Total Drama Reunion, actually.
Yes, he did. He did Total Drama, and he made the pilot for Total Drama Reunion, but he unfortunately had to delete the video because I believe they're called Teletoons, the Canadian studio that made Total Drama Island, actually got into contact with him and gave him a cease and desist.
Oh, almost like, what was it, copyright, kind of?
Copyright. There was multiple reasons for why, but I'm assuming the main reason why they did it is because they just announced that they're making a new season of the show now.
Then that's probably why.
But yeah, no, so many people were upset, but Adam and one more guy, I forgot his name, damn it. They just decided to take that idea and make it into Mysteries of Kruger Mansion, which is essentially Total Drama, but give it a thriller twist.
Okay.
And that's why the concept interests me, and I'm honestly hoping that I at least land one of the roles I auditioned for. If I do, then hey, this is the first interview for a voice actor.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I'm honestly hoping the same thing. I've always wanted to be a voice actor myself, but I feel like I could never have the guts to do so because I've always been so reclusive and shy to even try.
I actually used to be the exact same way. You see, I've done acting ever since I was in middle school. I've been in plays. I actually almost got an opportunity to sort of work with Disney in a way.
Wait, seriously?
I'll get into that in a minute, actually. But I during my time of being in play performances, I just originally didn't care back then. I didn't take it that seriously. But as I did it more and I grew to enjoy it more, around when I was in high school and when I started to take it more seriously, like I knew this was something I wanted to do as a career path. I actually started to get more nervous because I started worrying about what people thought about me.
That is the worst feeling in the world.
And and if it wasn't for my teacher, Miss Whitener, she actually would have never gotten me out of my shell, and I could be more confident with my performances. So if Miss Whitener somehow finds this video, thank you.
You have taught a fine boy.
And then next thing you know, voice acting came into matter because now with the whole COVID stuff going on, it's a lot harder for people to go out and do stage performances now, because most people have to stay locked in and stuff like that. And now with voice acting being more prominent, like for a good example, my buddy Shapeshifter, he is a very talented voice actor. If you've been paying attention to the Star Wars community, you might have heard his voice a few times as some clone troopers.
Really?
Yes, he has been in a lot of source film videos. I'm trying to think of one right now. There's like Shadows of the Republic, I believe. It's a Republic Commando animated video, and he voices all the commandos.
Damn. Well, tell him to hook a brother up.
Yeah, actually, he's the reason why I found most of my gigs, believe it or not.
Damn, I at this point, it seems like he's like your agent or something, dude.
Oh no! He just does this because he's such a wonderful guy. Honestly, like I've been friends with him since the Gmod days, back when I first met Dart and stuff like that. And he's just had so many people who support him, and he knows how much I love voice acting, so he tries to help me out because he just knows people. Like, I remember when he got me my first gig, it was I don't even know if I should really talk about this, but you know what, fuck it. I was working on Star Wars Battlefront 3, not an official Battlefront 3, but a group of fans got together and wanted to try and bring Star Wars Battlefront 3.
Oh, okay.
You know, the canceled game before EA took it?
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah, that Battlefront 3. I was to voice some Rebel troopers as well as Wedge from the movies.
Oh shit. Okay.
But unfortunately, that project never went anywhere, and eventually the team just kind of split. But I mean, other good things came out of it. I'm currently in 2 gigs right now, still waiting on updates for those.
And now I actually wanted to talk with Logan eventually, see if I can get some, well, not like voice acting tips, but kind of like see what I can do about helping him with voicing for his comics and shit.
Yes, because he, that's right, because he does the animatics for his Vortex comics. I should know this because I play Herman. Yeah, no, the animatics, I know that they're not available to the public yet, but they were so much fun to do, honestly, because I remember one night it was just me, Logan, and Jared in a call, and and I was just recording my lines,
Okay.
and we would just be saying the dumbest shit ever.
All right. Here, let's go on to the next question.
All right.
Here we go. We know, I've seen the way you've, edited character creations and stuff like that firsthand. Is there any way you plan to improve your editing skills?
My editing skills. Are you talking about with the character pieces?
Yeah.
Or okay, so for those, I don't really make those because that's just taking credit for something that is not 100% deserved. All right.
Okay.
I just use a program called Hero Forge. Hero Forge is a website that I found from a web series called Critical Role. And what it is that it's an application that has a whole bunch of different assets to where you can build your character however you want from it. So it's from those assets that I was able to make characters like Zarex. Why am I blanking on the other characters' names?
I'm pretty sure you've made a lot of them over the year, I believe.
I've only been doing this for like a month.
Oh, for a month?
Yeah, I've only been doing it for a month. Yeah, I've only been doing it for a month. I haven't done it that long. So, in fact, I remember when Vito commissioned me originally to try to make some character pieces for him. I'm like, I guess I could do it, but I'm not gonna charge you that much since it's nothing that crazy.
Yeah, okay. Shit, okay. So let's see. If you have a chance to make a business out of all your skill sets, which skill set would you want to make a business out of it?
Oh shit! I've actually never thought about that.
You've never thought about that?
I've actually never considered it. I've always kept a one-track mind on just focusing on improving my voice acting. So that way I can try and go for other business. So that way I can go for like different companies, like maybe one day work with like Funimation or something, so I can voice an anime and stuff like that. But if I was to make my own business, I've never considered that. Well, if I was to make my own business, I would probably try and make Crex Comics an actual business, so that way we can improve upon it more. Because Logan and I, we're very passionate about comics. Like, we like to have conversations about it almost every day. All right.
Okay.
I mean, for God's sake, I can't go a single conversation without talking about Spider-Man. All right. And Logan is just so passionate with the comics, like both comics. Even if he's not heavily story involved in the Intrepid Spider-Man, when he just does the drawings, he is so passionate with his work. And I would love to see where that goes in the future. If this was a full-on thing where we had like a team and stuff like that, and do more than just comics. Like, I don't know, like make little shows based off characters like that. Kind of like the Todd McFarlane Spawn series, which was also a huge inspiration for a lot of stuff that Logan does. Like, there's a specific scene in one of the comics where a character is just shrouded in shadows, and I remember he would tell me he got that from Todd McFarlane's Spawn series from HBO.
Oh, okay. Well, considering I haven't really known the two of you all that long. Only been like what, a couple months.
I'd say it's been almost a year now.
Oh well, yeah. It has been about a year now. Only considering I haven't really had my computer all that long.
Yes.
But I was more interactive as soon as I got it.
Yes, especially with when you started joining our little D&D sessions.
Oh man, I was so fucking quiet. I mean,
Um,
I'll speak more now, but like I said, I'm still a little reclusive.
yeah, no. Like I said, I used to be reclusive too. It just took a bit to get. It took a bit to get out of my. You'll get there eventually.
Yeah. Oh. All right. So, actually, I think this kind of relates to the last question, since you brought up how you guys are so compassionate about your comics and stuff, right?
Yes.
Well, considering that you're an otaku,
Ah, okay.
what anime
I
or
would.
manga would you have loved to work on?
Oh God.
Hard hitting questions, my friend.
Are you okay? So, are you asking like working on the animation or like voice acting? Like, what do you?
Anywhere in between, even if it's just
Uh,
help with even making the panels for like the manga.
okay. This is probably a basic response, but if I had the opportunity to work on any anime or manga, I'd probably want to do the coloring for coloring. I'd want to do Demon Slayer because Demon Slayer is actually one of my most favorite animes as of recent time, or stories of recent time, because it has such a beautiful story, and I love the art style of it. The art style of it is just so beautiful with the coloring, the shading, the lighting, and for voice acting wise, I would love to voice in My Hero Academia, honestly, because that is actually my all-time favorite anime as of currently,
Just
and I
because you
just
want to hook up with
love.
Mina.
Okay, okay.
Just to hook up with Mina.
Um, no, not just because of that, but I just love the like. I remember watching My Hero Academia, Heroes Rising, which is the second movie, and I specifically watch it. I watch anime dubbed. I know I'm a loser for just watching it dubbed and not subbed, but hey,
I
got
do
to
it from both.
yeah. And I just love the performances of Deku and Baku. I can't think of their names right now because I am an idiot.
I mean, well, it's late
Uh,
out, so you're bound to be a little brain dead at this point.
yeah, I love the performances of Deku and Bakugo, especially in this one scene. Uh, Spoiler alert! Put a big old spoiler warning
Oh, sure,
for
I will.
for the movie. Now, I don't know if you can put this clip on the move, and I don't know if you can put the clip in this point, but there's a specific moment in the movie where Deku and Bakugo are fighting the villain Nine, and all the Class 1A is just gotten their shit wrecked. Like, it almost looks like this is an unwinnable situation. But then Deku gives Bakugo one for all. And
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
they both use the power of one for all to defeat Nine. And there's a specific moment in that scene that just gets me excited every time. Like, it makes me feel like a little kid again when I used to watch cartoons or watch the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies growing up. It was when they were talking about their love and respect for All Might. And despite the fact that they both come from different worlds, like Deku is from humble beginnings, he's had the world beat up against him, and all he wants to do is just save people with a smile on his face, while Bakugo has had everything handed to him on a silver platter. All he focuses is on winning, being stronger, so he can be better than All Might.
Okay.
I just love that. So if I had the opportunity to voice in a series like that, honestly, I would be happy for the rest of my life. Like, I wouldn't need anything else after that.
Okay. I mean, honestly, I figured you'd be happy with doing some stuff like voice acting for a big picture movie.
I would like, okay, like I said, acting is something that I would love to do, but voice acting, I feel like I'm a lot more comfortable with voice acting now more than physical acting. I would love to do more physical acting, but with voice acting, you just need your voice and you need to convey the emotions that you're trying to show.
Right.
So this means that you have to put more passion in your work. And that's something I love doing. I love putting everything into my voice. Like, even if it's just my regular voice or just me slightly changing the pitch of my voice, I want to give it my all for it. So for something like anime, where you need to give it your all just to even sound like you're being serious about this, I don't know. That's just how I see it.
Hey, I see nothing wrong with it. Alright. Now, here's the next question for you.
Okay.
If you could change one thing, either about you or something around you, what would it be?
I don't even need to think about it, because it is something I face even to this day still that I hate myself for. It is my fear of dedication on doing stuff. You see, I show that I want to do this kind of stuff. Like, I keep saying how I want to be a professional voice actor. I talk about like how I love working on the comics. I talk about how I make up all these ideas for Dungeons and Dragons, but I never follow through with them. Even if I try it, I'll work on it for like a few days and then I'll just get burned out.
Well, it's a rough place to even start. You know, it's hard to get into.
But it's something that I've hated myself for, because I know for a fact that if I just push myself just to get it even started, that I can do something amazing. Like, there were so many times where I could have done something with my voice acting career to where it could have gone somewhere, where it could have started somewhere amazing. Like, for example, going back to Blue Productions, I was one of the people that suggested having voice actors for Total Drama Reunion. I was one of the many people that suggested it. And I actually was going to audition for it, but I didn't. Because back then I didn't have the conviction to do it. Right now I'm trying to better myself on that. I'm forcing myself to go through this stuff, make sure I actually get it done. And I'm hoping by the end of the year I somehow manage to overpass this.
Right. It's not an easy thing, especially with people who have like these different types of fears, such as and people like I just want to say, bear with me on this. Not a lot of people know about lepidopterophobia.
What's that?
The fear of butterflies. For real, believe it or not, some celebrities have them.
I did not know that. That's actually pretty impressive.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, no, I just think the reason why I don't do it is because I'm afraid of failure. I mean, again, for example, going back to the comic, I want to keep working on the comic. We're currently working on the next issue right now, but the problem is that it also scares me. I'm not gonna lie, because issue 1 was not great in my eyes. I felt like I could have done so much more, but back then, Logan and I were doing this whole thing differently, to where I had to cut corners pretty much.
Okay.
But now that Logan and I have this agreement going on, we got Crex Comics going along, I feel like I can make it something more. I feel like I can make something amazing with this. I just need the push.
Okay. Well, hey, I mean, if anything, if you ever need like a push in the right direction, just come for me. Like, not come for me. Fuck.
Yeah, you just hear
No, talk to me and I'll make sure I'll push you into the right direction.
Yeah, that's why I whenever I'm working on the comic stuff, I usually have Logan in a call with me, we like to talk about these kinds of things, so that way we can properly motivate ourselves or try and come up with ideas while we're working on the stuff. Like I remember one time I was working on one of the pages for Logan's comic, and we just spent an hour talking about ideas of what we can do for the next few issues.
Okay.
And one time I got so distracted to where I forgot about coloring the page. So it helped, but also doesn't help at the same time. But whenever we have those conversations, it always sparks up my motivation to get back on the saddle and get going. I mean, throughout this entire week before we even did this interview, I just been nonstop working on it.
Well, hey, I mean, it's a good thing you're actually pushing yourself to even get to work on it, you know? It's impressive, even when a crazy time like this.
I mean, I feel like because of the virus that's going on with the pandemic, we need stuff like this to keep ourselves motivated, to keep ourselves busy, because as the way things are, if they keep going on like this, we're going to be in our homes for God knows how long, unfortunately. And I mean, I'm just a guy who lives with his parents and works as a custodian at his old middle school every day of the week until the weekends. So if I just don't have anything to do when I get home, I would just go insane.
Now let's see why. Alright, so let me see. Oh, hey, Vito, if you're watching this, you're part of this.
Oh, okay, this will be interesting.
Alright, so tell me, and you please elaborate on how you even met Vito.
Oh, okay, this is kind of an interesting story. So I actually met Vito through Logan, believe it or not. So in order to explain how I met Vito, I have to explain my relationship with Logan in the beginning. So as Dart mentioned before in the last Hell's interview, he was talking about Star Wars RP. And I actually used to do Star Wars RP. Before I met Dart, I met Logan through a Jedi versus Server RP. Shout out to Reborn. Reborn was always fun. I actually met Logan when he used to have the YouTube channel Logan Z Gaming. And in the server, you could become a master and you can take a random player as your Padawan. And Logan ended up becoming my Padawan, actually. We chatted we got to know each other for a bit. We actually just, I don't know, we just clicked somehow. Like we became fast friends pretty much after that.
Brothers in arms.
We started talking about YouTube because he ended up telling me about how he had a YouTube channel. And at that time, I was actually working on my YouTube channel. Now, obviously, I don't post that often anymore, but back then, that's when I used to do daily uploads. And we decided to do collaborations together. And we became good friends for a while. Eventually, he ended up introducing me to Jared, but at some point, I kind of just stopped talking to them for a little while. I didn't talk to them for God, how long has it been since the last when we stopped talking? I'd say I didn't talk to them for almost a year.
Wait, seriously?
I'd like to think that, but I could be wrong on that. I don't remember the full details. It's a little fuzzy. But one day I was just scrolling through Discord, and Logan messages me again. This is the first. No, wait, it wasn't on Discord. It was on Skype. I didn't have Discord at the time. Okay. God, am I being retarded? I feel like I'm being retarded.
Like
anyway, you get the idea.
It's late out, so.
you get the idea. Logan eventually gets into contact with me again. He messages me, and he asked me if I wanted to join a Discord server with him and his buddies. And I haven't spoken to him in a while. I have no idea what's changed with him or anything. And I was like, yeah, sure. So I get invited to what used to be, what is currently the 1UP Discord. Back then, it was just a small Discord for a couple of friends, and then more people started showing up.
Yeah, it became a community.
And I ended up meeting Vito that exact same day. We got into a call, and I got to talk. And I got to chat with Vito. At first, I saw his name, Creepy Uncle Vito. I'm like, okay, I got a bad feeling about this. Like, I can't tell if this is a warning or not. Like those moments where the sexual predators have to go to their neighbors knocking on the door and saying, "Hi, I'm required by the government to let you know that I am in fact a sexual predator, but I am informed." I didn't know if that was like some kind of warning or not. So I got to chat with him. He was such a chill guy, and he started telling me about his YouTube channel, Creepy Family Reunion, and how him, Logan, Jared, Miles, they just all record things. And at the time, this was when they were doing more Dead by Daylight videos.
Oh, which reminded me, Vito, again, if you're watching this, I saw your fucking sexual innuendo Hot Pocket video.
The sexual innuendo Hot Pocket. I wasn't a part of that, but God, that was amazing. That was such a great video. But yeah, no, I wanted to join them, but I didn't have Dead by Daylight at the time, and I wasn't really allowed to spend my money that much. So Vito just bought it for me. He just bought it for me. And that's when I started playing with them, and that's when I started getting more involved with the Creepy Family Reunion. And honestly, I have to think if I never really joined that Discord, like if I didn't accept Logan's invitation to go to that Discord, I don't know what the hell I'd be doing now, because like I talk to these guys, and I talk to you guys like every day, pretty much.
Right.
So I have no idea what the hell I'd be doing now. I mean, let's think about it. I wouldn't have been doing those collabs with Vito. I wouldn't be doing Crex Comics. I wouldn't be doing the animatics. There would have been so many things that I have done over the years just gone in an instant. Like, the past 3 years really wouldn't have happened.
Well, I mean, the way I met Vito was through a friend of mine, and no shocker, everybody, it was a girl who introduced me to Vito. Because when I first started smoking, Mom, I know you're watching this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for smoking. Like
Shame on you, Ryan.
Oh, shut up. But Lexi got me into vaping, and I'm glad I quit. But my friend Lexi had gotten me into vaping, and when I went there, when I started getting mods and shit like that, it was from a different shop. But then she went to this entirely different shop that was closer to her place. It was just literally right up the road, and she didn't even notice it until then. At least that's what I believe. And to come to find out, she asked me to drive her to get something for her mod, because I think one of her coils were burning out. Because she would smoke for like anxiety attacks and shit like that to help calm her down.
Yeah.
And that is when I met him while he was on his shift. you got to talking and everything like that. I mean, not so much to where it was just like what friends like it is now. So some shit just dropped in my room that scared the fuck out of me.
Your room's haunted, bro.
Fuck you.
Get the EMF.
No.
We need to figure out what spirit this is.
Fuck you. But no. Going back on it, when we first started talking, it was all just like business and trying something new. But the more I went back, I actually started to get like comfortable with actually talking with him, and that's how it just came from then.
He has that effect on people. Like, Vito is just a really chill guy that you can honestly open up around him.
Right.
And he's usually that guy that will give you advice no matter how blunt it is. I know that for a fact. But yeah, no, I considered Vito a really good friend when I started hanging out with the Creepy Family. But I didn't really consider him one of my best friends until around when we started playing the Saints Row games, because that was the first time Vito and I were just playing a game by ourselves, no one else, just me and him. And honestly, that was some of the best moments I've ever had, because I don't think I've laughed that hard over something so stupid. Like, I remember I was using some of the DLC items in Saints Row 3, and there was this thing called the man pole. We had no idea what it did, and then I accidentally run Vito over with it, and he gets sucked into the cannon and just shot across the map. Oh man, if I can find that clip, I want to send that to you so that way the others can see that.
Oh my lord. Okay, I will say that. Again, that actually, believe it or not, I am glad I know this now. Oh shit.
Yeah, no, because back then I just considered Vito a really chill dude. Like, I can get along with him. I have no beef with him. I think he's a really cool guy to be around. But now, whenever I get the opportunity to try and play something, I usually want to try and play something with Vito, because he just I don't know. There's just something about him that makes it to where you kind of have to have him around.
Right. Hell, and if I didn't meet him, I wouldn't be in with the Creepy Family either.
Yeah, no. It also helps that he likes to buy some games for all of us. Like, I remember when he bought all of us GTFO, and when we first played it was me, Logan, and Jared with him, and we were just having so much fun just playing that game. Oh god, I gotta play that again.
Fun fact, guys, me and Vito actually have a deal going on at the moment where we can't spend money on any game that is above $20, and we have to play it. If we buy it for each other, we have to play it for our channels, record and play it for our channels, and we cannot buy or request them to play another game for their channel until that video has gone up.
Okay, that's interesting, because I didn't know about that, because Vito was telling me about how he doesn't really do the solo commentaries anymore that much.
Right.
I mean, the last time I did a commentary video with him was for the first episode of Backseat Gaming for both Resident Evil 0 and Vanishing. Oh no, wait, not Vanishing. The Beast Inside. Why did I think Vanish?
Oh yeah, I've seen that latter scene from his video.
Yeah, no, I have no idea what he plans on doing with this channel, though. I don't even know what I plan on doing with my channel at that point.
Honestly, he's actually told me that given what he's worked on, it's gonna take him about a week to work on his script and then like edit and everything as well, because he's got enough raw footage, I believe, of Phasmophobia or something like that. So I'm not sure what game or not. Sorry, not Phasmophobia. Sorry, of Devour.
You know what? Now that you mention, I do remember him saying that he's going to try and do more review-based videos, which I personally think that's good for him.
Right.
That's something he's more comfortable with doing, because we've had this conversation before. Me and him, we both suck at doing solo commentary videos. Like, we need someone in the call just to even make the video slightly entertaining.
Right. Yeah, I'm the same way. Like, I don't like to be alone in my videos because I'm not that funny when it comes to being alone.
Oh, let's face it, Ryan, you're always alone.
Oh, fuck you. Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see. Oh, here's a good one for you.
Okay.
Can you tell us the scariest thing you've ever experienced?
The scariest thing? Oh, God. Yeah, I actually can. So, keep in mind, this is in the perspective of a middle schooler. Alright?
Alright.
It's like 2011, alright? Back when JB was still the hottest thing on the market, you know? And one of the most popular games that was being played at that time was Slender the Arrival.
Ooh.
Alright? And I decided to hop on the trend and play Slender the Arrival.
Alright.
And I'm gonna go ahead and say it right now, I sucked at the game hard. Alright? So I eventually reached to the point where you're in the forest getting the 8 pages. And every time me and my brother attempted that level, we just kept dying over and over again.
Just by Slender Man?
Yes, because we sucked that badly. We had no idea what the hell we were doing.
Wait, I couldn't remember. Wasn't Jeff the Killer also part of that game?
Jeff the Killer is a whole different creepypasta, my guy. He's not a proxy. Know your creepypasta lore!
I know. I'm just saying. No, I've heard people talk about how he's part of the game in like another level of the game or something.
No. There's a different proxy in the game that's in one of the levels, but that's not the level that he's a part of, and it's not Jeff the Killer.
Okay, all right. So I got a little mixed up.
Yes. No, this level was specifically set in the park, with Slender hunting you down, getting the 8 pages. Alright? Right. But there was one specific attempt that just, I don't know, scared the ever-living shit out of me. I wouldn't say it was the worst scare I ever gotten, but it's definitely one of the more funnier ones, to say the least. Okay. So what happened was, I somehow managed to get all the way up to 7 pages, and Slender Man is just going crazy at this point. Like, he's just popping everywhere. I'm trying to avoid him as best as I can, trying to get to the last page. And at one point, he's right in front of me. My head is pretty much in his crotch at this point. And I just scream at the top of my lungs, "Penis!" I don't know why that was the first thing that came to my mind.
Wait, tell us again, what did you scream out?
Oh, okay.
Penis.
I screamed penis. I screamed about Slender Man, Slender Dong. I screamed about his Thin Man. I screamed about his Thin Man and his Ender Pearls. I screamed about his white cock and balls, Ryan. What else do you need me to say?
Okay.
But if I have to go with what was by far the most scariest experience, I don't know why, but I'm actually embarrassed to even admit this. This is something that actually scared me and my brother so badly, to where we had to share a bed we had to share a bed together. This was back when I was like scared of everything. We were watching an episode of, I believe it was Goosebumps. It was either Goosebumps or R.L. Stein's The Haunting Hour.
Fucking love that.
And it was an episode involving a mansion that has two sets of ghosts, a mother and a father. And at a specific point, if you are in that mansion, you're immediately turned into a ghost and are just forced to become their children.
So, just literally killed on the spot?
I don't remember the full episode details because it was so long ago, but that was basically the concept. These kids would get trapped in the mansion, and if they did not leave at a specific time, they would be turned into ghosts. If I'm remembering this correctly, I think that's how it went. If not, someone don't be afraid to call me out on that, because this was coming from the perspective of a child. But Dawson and I were so scared of it that we couldn't sleep. Like, we couldn't be alone. I remember Dawson came to my room. We just held each other with the lights on. Scared shitless. What was even worse is that was also the time when I was in middle school. So the fact that I was scared of Goosebumps, that just added insult to injury.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go on a limb here. I have this thing where I am a fan of Kingdom Hearts. But
You're a fan too?
yes, I'm a fan. But here's the thing. I was super young when I played this. It's like I told Dart, I started off on the Sega when I was growing up, and then I went up to like PlayStation and all that other shit. I think it was around PlayStation 2. I was still young. And let's just say there was this giant Heartless. I can't remember what it was, but it was like a brute giant Heartless with a heart, like huge heart shape in his like entire torso.
Yes, I know who you're talking about.
I don't know why.
You're talking about Darkseid.
Yeah, Darkseid. Yeah. I don't know why. I mean, to me, it's stupid now, but I don't know why I was even afraid. I was scared. I think I can figure out the reason why on that is because in his first appearance, he comes out of Sora's shadow. Like, he is formed from Sora's shadow. Right.
So I think the fear of it is like making kids think that, oh my god, my shadow could become a monster.
Oh yeah. I think, but that wasn't enough. I think I got scared up to the point to where I wasn't allowed to play anymore. So my mom had literally broke the disc in half.
Oh my, yeah. No, if I saw my mom do that, I'd cry, because Kingdom Hearts is actually my favorite series. But you know what? Speaking of irrational fears, I just remembered something else. I've told this story so many times. I don't know why I didn't mention that first. So back when I was a kid, I used to have this huge phobia of frogs, actually. And it all started thanks to my grandma. I remember I was over at her house, and she had all these different movies. She had like the Star Wars movies, she had Jaws, Jurassic Park, but there was one movie that stuck out. And you want to know what it was called?
Oh, please do tell me.
frogs.
Just frogs.
Just frogs. It was just called Frogs. It was like a B movie knockoff of Jaws, pretty much.
Oh my
All right.
lord.
So the premise is that there's this family that's in like this estate that's near like a swamp-like area that's just filled with different reptiles and amphibians. And these kids were just launching firecrackers near the frogs, and I guess the frogs didn't like that. So all the amphibians and reptiles just started attacking them.
Oh my god.
As if they behaved like a hive mind of sorts. But that's not the reason why that scared me. There was a scene in the movie where two of the main characters. Again, I could be remembering details wrong, so don't be afraid to correct me on this. But two of the main characters end up getting captured, essentially, by the frogs. They're pretty much just left to die from this. But I'm guessing this was like their leader. It was like a king toad or something. It jumps on them and starts to inject its venom into them to where their face starts turning blue.
Wait, whoa, back fucking track. Venom.
Yeah, you know, like the toxin.
Okay, I was about to say, like, what?
What, did you think I was talking about the Spider-Man character?
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie, I originally thought that too when I was a kid, when I heard them say Venom. But, no, I'm talking like the toxin.
Okay.
But, so here's what terrified me. If I'm remembering this correctly, he injects the venom into the two humans, and the next scene we see that frog, two more are right next to it.
Oh dear lord.
So, in my mind, I had that mentality of, oh shit, that's gonna happen to me. I don't want to be near a single frog. And I've avoided frogs my entire life. Whenever someone held a frog and tried to get me to like pet it or something, I would just run in the opposite direction. Like, you know Usain Bolt?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think I could outrun him if you put a frog in front of me.
No, honestly, I can honestly tell you this. I had this whole other fear of like dolls coming to life.
Oh my god.
And the source of that fear, again, I was super young. It was because of my cousin Trevor that I hated dolls.
Uh-huh.
And the source of that fear was because of Chucky.
Ah, good old Chucky.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I just remembered another story. This will be my last horror story, and then if you want to move on to the next question.
I'll go. I want to hear this. This is good content.
So this was during when Phasmophobia was actually at the height of its popularity. You know, like where it was just everywhere. Okay.
Right.
And Dart and I decided to play by ourselves. Logan and Jared had gone to bed at that point, and Dart and I usually stay up pretty late.
Right.
We decided to do a few missions together, and I ended up noticing some weird things were going on. On the first mission we played together, we were at the house, and I noticed that there was a mirror, or there was the sliding glass door in one of the rooms that has a reflection of the players. And I noticed that one reflection was just standing there, not moving entirely. And it was Dart's character, despite the fact that Dart was in a completely other room. Alright? I don't know if this was a bug or not, but it was still freaky. So I had Dart come back here to take a look at it. And as soon as Dart stepped into the room, the reflection was gone. Alright?
Wait. That actually made me think that the game was haunted itself.
It gets better. Are you ready?
Alright. Spill it.
So, after we finished that mission, we hopped on another one. It was another house. And this ghost likes to interact with people who are alone. So what we did is, when we found the hotspot, we set up our equipment and everything, and I decided to stay in the room by myself. Alright? I have the lights off, Dart's in the van, we're keeping in contact by the radio. I'm trying to contact this ghost. And then all of a sudden the lights turn on. I turn around and I see Dart's character standing there. And I asked, "What the hell are you doing? Go back to the van, man. I have to be alone." And Dart's character starts walking to me. And as soon as it steps into camera view, I just hear Dart screaming over the radio.
Oh my god.
And then I realized that's not Dart. Because as soon as that thing got near me, it disappeared.
Okay, now I'm afraid to even play Phasmophobia.
That actually scared the shit out of me. That was the most terrifying experience I've ever had. And I don't know why. It just kept happening to me. Because on the next level we were in the garage. We were in one of the garages. And Dart was just setting things up. I see the creature again. I see this happen again. But of course, Dart seems to miss it. I'm honestly convinced I have to record my sessions now. But at one point, Dart was setting something down. I don't remember what he was setting down, but he was looking at the ground, and I noticed another set of feet standing right in front of Dart. I look up and I see Dart's character. And as soon as Dart looks up, it's gone!
How is that even possible?
I don't know. Okay. I honestly think it might have been a bug or something. Because if that was an actual, thing in the game, I gotta give props to the people that made Phasmophobia, because that actually was the most terrifying experience of my life. I couldn't trust the game anymore.
Well, now that you're saying this, I swear to God, I already know the developer's not gonna watch this video, but if there was a chance that they did, do not give them ideas to scare me.
No, I'm being serious. If this was a bug, don't patch that. That's awesome, because that really fucks with people. Because I know that you can find. I know there's sometimes where the ghost will be one of the characters and starts wandering around the house going after the players. I know that's a thing that it can do. But this wasn't like that deformed one with the pale skin and stuff like that. This was like a full-on intact human. So that's what made it even more terrifying, because I honestly thought it was Dart.
You honestly thought it was just Dart being a troll and fucking with you like always.
Yes, I honestly thought Dart was just messing with me, or he was coming to fix something real quick. But when I heard Dart screaming over the radio, and I realized that that's not him, oh my god, it was just so creepy. I had to step away from the game for a good 5 minutes just to compose myself.
Wait, okay, alright. One thing, alright. You say that he screamed over the radio.
Yes.
Did he see the character?
He saw something in the cameras. Because he was watching through the monitor, so that way we can keep an eye for ghost orbs. But then he just sees a physical thing walking towards me. And of course, since I'm not talking on the radio, because again, I assumed that was him. He wouldn't hear me saying, "Dart, what are you doing in here? Go back to the trailer." So that's what led to him screaming, because he saw something walking towards it, and he didn't realize that it was his character.
Jesus.
He just saw the character's back.
Well, it would have been nice to get his face into the camera.
Yeah, no, it was just so creepy, but it was so cool. It was my absolute favorite moment in Phasmophobia playing it. I never got to experience it again, so I'm assuming it might have been a bug that got patched out or something.
Well, even if they fixed it up and did that, I don't know if I could even handle that.
Yeah, no, I've talked to Dart about this so many times, because we sometimes like to talk about Phasmophobia because it's such a good game, and I can't wait for it to be fully done. But I don't think anything will ever top that, because it was at that point where I couldn't trust the game. I felt like the game was literally against me.
Okay.
Because it was really messing with me now at this point. Like it was like pure on psychological horror for me at that point.
Well, shit. All right. Well, I honestly, again, I wouldn't know if I would want to fuck with that or not. I honestly think that the game or something in the game is haunted itself.
I don't think it's anything like that. I doubt it's anything like that.
I know that, but I'm saying that's just my first impression.
Yeah. I mean, the last time where I've had anything that was close to a haunting experience, I say with quotation marks, was when I watched fuck, why am I blanking on it? It was a documentary made by Zach Bagans. The Demon House. I think it was called The Demon House.
Okay.
You ever heard of that?
Yeah, I've heard of it actually.
Okay. Then I'm not going to go into too much details because, we've been on this topic for a little while now.
Right.
But the basic description is that it's one of those supposed cursed films to where if you watch it, something's going to happen to you. And every time I've watched it, something weird does happen. But whenever my buddy Shapeshifter watched it, his backyard actually caught on fire.
The fuck?
Yeah. I remember him sending me pictures of it. There was and it was all dry grass because he lives out in the boonies and stuff like that. It was all dry grass. And normally whenever things catch on fire, it just spreads fast. But this fire went on a specific path to his room.
Dear God.
Yeah, and that was after watching The Demon House.
Okay, I'm not watching it because the film is haunted.
And when I watched it, my buddy Seth kept feeling like someone was watching him, and we just kept feeling something brush up against our bodies.
Good God.
Like the first time I did it to him as a joke, but then like an hour later he goes, "Dude, stop doing that." I was like, "I'm not doing anything. What are you talking about? I wasn't touching him."
Oh my God.
And then as soon as I'm driving him home, I felt something brush up against my leg and it scared the shit out of me.
Dude, I could honestly go about like these stories for years, especially when Zombieland came into theaters.
Oh man, Zombieland's such a good movie, but that's all the scary moments that I really have.
Alright. I appreciate that. Alright. Let's see. Oh, 3 more questions for you.
Alright. Lay them on me.
Okay, 1. Just like Dark, your secret shame.
Oh, my secret shame. I was actually dreading this question. I actually have a weird obsession with yanderes, believe it or not.
Really? Like,
Yes.
You would actually fall for a yandere?
Yes, like, if I found out that there was a yandere that actually was head over heels for me and would kill anyone for me, I would somehow be attracted to that. I don't know.
I'm scared of you.
I don't know why. It's weird. I just like yanderes for some reason.
Honestly, I can't fault you because I'm into girls who are mean as hell.
And
Because I feel like I'm too nice for my own good.
And it's especially a scary thought to think about it because remember that whole real life yandere girl that was a thing that happened a few years back?
Yeah.
Where there was like multiple guys like defending her despite the fact that she was like a crazy person.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what scared me, honestly. I'm like, oh god, what's wrong with me?
I mean, yanderes have been depicted in so many animes that they think it's right to defend and serve them.
Yeah, no.
Alright. Here. Your guilty pleasure.
My guilty pleasure. Oh boy. Where do I even start?
Make it good.
I'm a MILF lover. There's no other way to put it, really.
Okay.
There's no real other way to put it. I'm not gonna go into details. No.
Honestly, same here. I've got a story I can tell you, but it's off camera.
Yeah, no. I don't need to say anything about it. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, same here. Same here.
Yeah.
Good God. All right. And your last question.
All right.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
What is this, a job interview?
No, it's just the standard question.
Man, I better be getting paid for this job interview. If I were gonna call back, we're gonna have some issues here, Ryan. Where do I see myself in 5 years? Honestly, I don't really see myself doing that much that's different currently. Like, I see myself still working as a janitor, but maybe at that point I've gotten my voice out there a bit more. I've gotten a few gigs at that point. I'd like to think that I've actually done something with my life that I could be proud of. Like, I would like to think that at that point I've got a decent start going for my voice acting career, and that Crex Comics is actually going somewhere. Because right now my goal is to try and do something that I can be proud of. I want to be proud of something that I've accomplished, whether it's through voice acting or through working on the comics.
Honestly, that is something worthwhile and very inspiring to hear. I am not going to lie to you about that.
But if I want to say what's my life goal, I'd say I want to try and become a famous voice actor at that point. And this is something that a lot of people are always afraid of when it comes to acting. They're worried about how fame changes people, because people will sometimes forget where they came from originally.
Oh, no doubt.
And I'll admit, I'm the same way. I am worried about what would fame do to someone like me. I'm worried of how it would potentially push me away from the people that I've considered family at this point, like Vito, Logan, Jared, Dart, Spike, you. I consider you all family now at this point. And I would never want to push you guys away from that kind of stuff, because then what would I have? Because let's face it, people like you guys are what pushed me to do this kind of stuff.
Okay.
So I'm hoping that if I find some relative success, I'd hopefully take you guys along with me.
Well, hey, honestly, like I said, that is a very nice thought to even hear. Oh, shit. I swear there are things going on in this room that's freaking me out.
I guess they want to hear more horror stories.
Not.
Man, Ryan, I didn't realize your house was haunted. Do you need me to come over? I'm a pretty good ghost hunter. I've had several haunting experiences, apparently.
Honestly, I can actually honestly tell you about a good little haunting story about I was young, and yes, guys, this was a pooping story.
Okay.
Just like Nogle.
If I don't see a poop emoji in this thumbnail, I'm gonna go to wherever the fuck you live, and I'm gonna fuck your house up. So I better see a poop emoji right there on the upper left of the thumbnail.
Don't worry, you'll see it.
All right, I better. If I don't see it, we're gonna have issues, Ryan.
No. I'm gonna tell you this honestly. There was this thing, and I still remember it kind of vividly, and I still have dreams about it till this day. Like, the one thing that scares me is that I felt nothing towards it. Like, I wasn't even scared. But I was like around the age of like what, 6 or 7, maybe 8. I was living in Ohio. off my old street on Kavanaugh, and it was late at night. Our house was a little haunted. Not gonna lie, it was a little haunted.
Okay.
This was late at night. I'm the only one up. My parents are in the room. This was downstairs in the only bathroom in the house. And I don't know why I would do this, but I would leave the door open. Well,
First mistake, bro.
Yeah. I don't know why, but I did do that. And I, so vividly remember seeing a hand pop up from, the side of the door frame. Behind the door frame, and it's just waving at me. I don't know if the thing was trying to come in contact with me or not, but it was just straight up waving at me.
God.
I waved back. And when it... I don't know, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to think. But I
don't wave back at the shadow demon.
But no, that's the thing. I waved back, and he moved his hand away. And then he comes into full view. It's all shadowed. All shadowed.
Ryan, I have come for your poop.
Shut up.
Give me the poop.
Shut up.
You waved, that means you have accepted the terms, for I am the poop demon.
No. For real. The thing is, I still remember, how it looked. I honestly thought this was, a silhouette of Satan himself. Or some other kind of, demon. Because it had, an animal, lower half. Or some shit like that.
So stereotypical, goat legs, red skin.
Yeah. I mean, out of everything I've seen, I'm not... Because no one even knows what Satan even really looks like.
Because it's up to interpretation, honestly.
Yeah.
There are many ways of depicting Satan.
Yeah.
Whether it's from the Bible or from other people's descriptions of him.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It had an animal-like lower half. I couldn't tell what it was. But an upper muscular body and curled out horns. It was all shadowed, and the one thing I could see throughout the entire silhouette was one red glowing eye and its twisted smile.
God. You had this as a kid?
Yes.
Man, what kind of shit were you watching as a kid?
That's the thing, nothing. Nothing that would scare the crap out of me.
It's a sign. It's a sign knowing that you're going to lead to this life that you currently have now of degeneracy, liking anime, and having a scary girlfriend. Your girlfriend scares me, I'm not gonna lie.
Then there was... What? I remember after getting up, I would walk toward it, and when I would walk toward it, it would back up. And when I would back up, it would walk toward me. It was it felt like it was mimicking my movements.
Okay. Yeah, no.
It was mimicking my movements. And I don't know why I was dumb enough to even think this, but I felt like it didn't want to hurt me. It didn't. But at the same time, I felt like I had this realization that this was somehow my future. Like I said, I was a dumb kid.
Nah, man. If I was in your position, I'd probably think the same thing too. Either that or it's Shadow Link.
Or something like that, yeah. But I had this dumb thought about me thinking that this was my future, when I'm dead. I thought this was my future, and this is what I would become. And I felt nothing.
God, that's one hell of a thought for a kid. Just imagine, yeah, this is what your life's going to be. You're going to hell. You are nothing but a dirty little sinner, Ryan. You're going to hell. This is your future. This is the ghost of Demon's future.
Fuck you. But no. But that's what I was talking about. It was creepy enough to like make me question it, but not creepy enough. This was probably because I was thinking that I was too tired or something like that. But it was creepy enough to where I had no thought, not a scare, and I just waved at it for all that, like anything. And I still get dreams about this until this day. Honestly, I didn't even think about that thing until 2 months ago in a dream.
Dang.
Seriously, 2 months ago in a dream.
Maybe it's a sign of saying that you need to change your avatar into that.
Fuck you.
That's the new Shadow Blackheart.
He
was like, I am Shadow Blackheart of the future, and I'm out here to tell you why the skeleton.
Fuck you. It was, like I said, it was weird enough, but I felt nothing. Out of everything I could have felt in that moment, just my mind was a blank slate.
Yeah, no, that is definitely a weird experience to be having at such a young age. But then again, I think we all have those kinds of experiences at some point, like seeing a shadowy like figure in our minds not processing it because of how young we are at that point.
Right.
Then again, what the fuck do I know? I'm not a child psychologist.
Neither am I.
I'm just a custodian that cleans up after kids' shit.
And just with that shitty introduction, with that shitty story.
No, literally.
Alright guys, I'm gonna end the video here. Please guys, I honestly, this is my second video on the Hellish Interview. And I can actually see myself actually wanting to do some of this stuff with more people, rather than just everybody on my server.
It's actually really fun, I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually really glad that you invited me for this.
Yeah. Hell, like I said, with Dart, he was a guinea pig to see if I would actually continue doing this. But his interview was more tame than you think.
Oh no, I saw the interview. I watched it.
Yeah, the only thing that I couldn't really mess with as much was trying to decrease the volume of the music and everything I was playing in the background, but it was kind of hard to do that when I had the headset in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
Because I'm trying to make sure I actually hear everything. And that's the point where it's like music's in the background, everything else foreground.
Yeah.
Anything you want to say?
Honestly, I don't have that much I could say right now, aside from thank you, Ryan, for inviting me to your channel. And for those who actually enjoyed it, you guys should actually go ahead and subscribe, because he's actually a really talented guy. He's super friendly. He's a lot of fun to hang out with, and I feel like you get to know him more through this kind of content. And while you're subscribing to him, why don't you go ahead and check out the comics that I mentioned earlier. There's Vortex. Hopefully provide links.
Yeah, I'll try to actually. I know that the Vortex comic is on Webtoons, right?
You can find Vortex on Webtoons, and you can find the first issue of the Intrepid Spider-Man on the Intrepid Spider-Man Twitter account, or on Webtoons eventually. Which I'm gonna go ahead and warn you right now. Issue 1, not my favorite. Not gonna lie.
Well, if you want, you can actually send me the links, and I can choose from there.
I will gladly send you the links there. And also check out the other projects that I'm currently working on. I have 2 projects that I'm currently involved in. There's the Son of Dathomir 3D animated project that's going on still, and there is Star Wars X She-Ra from why am I blanking on his name? By Cyril Smith.
Alright.
I recommend checking them out because the people involved on those projects, they're really talented individuals. They are super friendly, and honestly, I can't thank them enough for the opportunities that they have given me, and I hope to do more work with them in the future.
Right. I'm actually finally glad to actually have you on the channel for the first time, even if it's on an interview.
Yes, too bad our schedules are busy.
Yeah, it's crappy enough. No pun intended.
Yeah, no. This it's funny because this interview was supposed to be on Saturday, but I actually have to leave for Donovan in 1 more hour.
Yeah, considering it actually took a while for me to get home, so.
Yes. But yeah, no, other than that, all I can say is subscribe to Ryan's channel. He's one of the chillest guys I know right now. But let's face it, that's gonna get changed eventually. Once I finally ditch them.
Oh, fuck you. You ain't the edgy one here.
No, that's your Goliath barbarian who's just on a revenge story.
True.
But yeah, just subscribe to Ryan's channel and check out some of the stuff I'm working on. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video.
Alright. And remember, subscribe to become part of the demonic army. Share with your friends. Hit the bell to be notified every time I do upload. And remember, stay loyal, my underlings.
Peace!